transmitting in secrecy from his bunker. From deep within Cambodia, transmitting in secrecy from his bunker. This is the Dangerfield Show.
Sort of worked. I sort of got it. Look at Emma G. First comment. Where's my boyfriend? You got to love it, ain't you? Hello, Packer. Good to see you. Hello, Mrs. Packer. You on the sofa in the background? All right, Steve. Nice to see you. Scorries on the firm. Hair in the gate. Johnny Boy Francis. Wolfie. I had hello, John. All right, Pax Max. Hello, Rags. Hello, Nixie. All right, there's a few hellos. I think we've done it. I'm not sure he's all right. Hello, Mark. He's all right was a weird assumption, wasn't it? All right, Jeff. Nice to see you. I imagine my missus will call any minute now. She called earlier. I think she's probably going to sleep. But when I don't answer, I know what she thinks. She thinks I'm out on my scooter driving around town looking for ladies. Whereas I'm not. I had a steak, broccoli, carrots, and mashed potato. It was fucking great as well. Hello, Ian. Good to see you, mate. Hello, Jethro Hetero. Cron has done that. The show will start shortly. Nice move, Cron. Absolutely exceptional. Board troll. 16 hours of ploughing. Take a break. Even hookers don't work that hard. I have been at it today. I'll tell you what. Good Lord. Let me just check something. Checker. I'll tell you what. Please let the good news occur now. I had problems with that thumbnail. I think YouTube might have like this weird flesh count thing because it wouldn't show up in certain places. It would show up here. It wouldn't show up on a community tab. I think they're, dare I say, fleshing me out. Hello, 42. Hello, Martin. I think they might be fleshing me out a little bit. Hello, Daz. Good to see you, mate. Keys to the Kingdom's on the firm. Social score 0. Are you new in these parts or you're a lurker? Either way, nice to have you. More than welcome. Wolfie. Right, who else is just? Let's say get these LOs before the riffraff turn up. I think all the riffraff's here. All right, Glenn. What, you are new in these parts? Well, an absolute pleasure. I stream a couple of times a day. We sometimes look at memes, sometimes look at clips, have a chat, talk a lot of rubbish, talk a lot of good stuff. It's just a nice place. It's a community, really. Hello, Moslab. They don't give you a hard time about your beacon. No one does. They cup them and enjoy them. Hello, Wendy. Hello, Lee. Wendy, are you banned? Hello, Dr. Rube. I nearly called you Mister. Hello, John. Been a while, mate. Aramas, you certainly are, Riffraff. Yeah, I've heard a lot about you. They're all talking about you. No one is. Sorry, I don't mean to, get you worrying or whatever. Hello, Mr. Manimoo. Emma, do I have a Substack? What, you mean the writing platform Substack, where perhaps someone like me could have 14 stories in the archive with a link in the description that I won't monetize, and it's totally free. And if you subscribe, you get news stories sent to your email. Well, Emma, the answer is I do have a Substack. Yes, link in the description. Ozmeister went to a party on Saturday, got out of bed to find I'd pissed on my bedroom floor. And therefore, I will tell you a story. Now, we have had this one before. Yeah, that's the one. I think I told this story probably about 3 years ago, so I doubt there's a lot of people left, but I'll tell you a true story. I wonder if I could find a picture of her on Facebook. That would be a bit naughty. There was a girl at my third art school, right? Real salt she was as well. And juggling was quite a thing. You know, we're going back to 1992. I'd already toured around Europe on no money, just juggling, busking, really. I had a mate with me. We could pass clubs between us, 6 clubs. And in those days, I could juggle 5 balls I could juggle 4 balls. I could do all the tricks with 3. I could do Miller's Mess. I invented my own tricks. I was a very good juggler. Well, you have to be able to live in Europe, tour in Europe on about 70 quid. Hang on. I've got work messages come through. Hang on. Sorry, people. Yeah, so I was pretty good at it, yeah. And so anyway, I was at this art college. It was just some lovely Saturday afternoon down in the Devon countryside, and there was, you know, bliss to be. You will be if you carry on like that, Lumi. Bliss to be out in the. Hello, Gaffney, all right there. Hello, Diamonds Are Forever. Did I really? Well, the option to have you on the thumbnail is still available. You'll have me in stitches. Oh, different sort though. Ball sack mending. What exactly was cracking you up? Well, it doesn't matter. Maybe it was just the whole thing. I thought it was called Miller's. Well, I can still do it. Hello, Ben. Good to see you. You can just juggle the 2 balls, can you, Moslav? Bob Wood, what does real salt? Well, she was a real salt, you know. Like 8, 9 out of 10. Anyway, hello, Grego. Good to see you. I just see someone else. Hello, Vincent. Nice one. This is a problem, you see. You feel like you're going to miss people out. Right, anyway. So, art college was beautiful, right? Dartington was beautiful. I'd done Dartford, Chatham, Maidstone. I mean, it was going and then Totnes. And the whole of those Dartington grounds, I showed you some photos. And, you know, everyone lived up in Block. And, you know, every Saturday afternoon, everyone would be out drinking. And, you know, people would be doing their hippie shitty things, biffed as a go-go. And I wasn't showing off. I was just juggling because I enjoyed it. I think I've got some balls here, actually. I think they've slowly... I think they're falling apart because of the heat. I think they actually are. It's been a while. And it's pretty dark. You ain't getting around Europe with those kinds of skills, are you? I can barely see the fucking thing. Okay, so there I was doing my juggling. This absolute sort who I had my eye on. Now, what you've got to remember, this was an avant-garde art school, right? Hello, Melvin. All right, mate. Nice to see you. All right, Broken Silence. Hello, Barkley. Now, in this art school, there was only about 500 students and about 300, I'd say about 400 of them were women. That leaves 100 blokes. Blokes. There was about 100 blokes there, right? Now, 50, 60 of them were gaylords, okay? And there's nothing right with that. So you've got about 40 blokes left. 20 of them were just nerd virgins. So you've now got 20 blokes left. 10 of them had girlfriends. Now you've got 10 blokes left. And that was me and my mates. Me and one other of them just had the run of the place. In some weeks, I would have sex with 4 or 5 women in 1 week. In the piano practice rooms, anywhere you want to, any day, any time of day. It was a good time to be 18, right? So there we are, Saturday Arvo, biff a go-go, couple of lagers. And she went, I've always wanted to learn to juggle. I thought, there's the in. I went, no worries. I'll be quite happy to teach you. She went, really? I said, yeah, only take a couple of hours. You get the basics. And as she was there, I was going, bam, bam, but like, you know, there's one of the hardest tricks. People think Miller's Mess is the hardest trick, but the hardest trick, you know, you can juggle like I was then. I did pull this off the other week, but it's the sort of trick that would cause my computer table to, everything here would get smashed. So when you juggle, you go under. Your hands are catching balls that way round. But you can juggle with your hands that way round. Right? Fucking hell, I can't even remember how to do it. So you're juggling with your hands upside down, so you're going like that, right? But also going round the outside. So I'm not going to do it, but so you sort of got one going up like that, and you're catching it. So it's round the outside, overhand. Anyone in the chat who can juggle will tell you that the overhand round the outside is really difficult. So I said, after a couple of hours, you'll be doing this. And she was like, really? And I was thinking, not a chance. I was thinking, I've been doing this for about 5 years. But oh no problem with the right teacher. And she said, well, when can you give me a lesson? And I was like, well, what about tonight? What about 8 o'clock, Saturday night, right? What about tonight? And she was like, yeah, all right then. I said, well, where do you want to do it? Your place? Because there was about 12 of us at my shithole, and you can imagine. There was only like 4 bedrooms and 12 of us living there. That's where I lived, in the cupboard under the stairs. And I did pleasure ladies in there, but you had to have, a certain type of lady to take back to your house and open the cupboard under the stairs and her see the mattress and go, this is my room. Your place? She went, yeah, okay, I'm over on Allah Park, which was this lovely old, I think if I'm right, it was, who designed it? I think it was like a Bauhaus, or it might be the other fella, the other group. Anyway, very famous architect done these student accommodations because it was a famous art school. It was like the last of the avant-garde art schools in England. She said, I'm at Allah Park, room 1A. And I was like, sweet. Hello, Livy. Hello, Mousecat. So anyway, because it's the afternoon, I'm carrying on drinking. Gets to about 7:30. I'm at my house with all my mates. And I said, oh, I'm going up. What's her name? I mean, this was 30 odd years ago. I can remember what she looked like. I can't remember her name. But anyway, I was just in the front room with all my mates, and I went, anyway, I might catch up with you lot later. I'm going up to Allah Park to teach older. It might have been Jody, actually. Jody. How to juggle. And they were like, oh, you dirty bastard. You're filth, you are. And they used to call me Ratso after Ratso Rizzo from You Got Lovely Skin. From Midnight Cowboy. And I went, and I'm gonna go up there. And of course, they've seen me put a load of juggling balls in a bag and a bottle of gin. And they were like, oh, it's the old I'll teach you to juggle. By the way, here's a bottle of gin angle. Is it Ratso? And I was like, it most certainly is that. So I've walked all the way up to college, got there and got in her room, and she was all excited, got the juggling balls out, and I said, yeah, just start getting used to them, just first thing you got to do, love. I said, just get 2 in your hands and, just throw them about. Just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I managed to drop all 3 of them there. And so there she was. And then, of course, this bottle of gin comes out. And she went, oh, I don't know about that. And I went, oh, no worries. I said, it's Saturday night, though. I was already pissed. Well, it's Saturday night, though. So, and I've sort of just opened it. Sure, I can't tempt you. She was like, no, it's all right. So anyway, she's going, right, so what do I do? And I was going, so where are you from? So I'm just on a date, right? I am drunk out of my mind already. And why does she keep asking me about juggling? Why is she going on? What? Where are you from? So, okay, family life. sisters? Okay, right. So what brought you to Dartington? Okay, right. Yeah, no, that's it. Just keep doing that. You'll be right. Anyway, it gets to the point where I've done the bottle of gin and I've smoked bifters, and even the bifters, right? Most people at that school, steady. Most people at that art school, there you go. I saved myself. They wouldn't have given a shit about a bifter, but she was properly window open, me up to my waist, head out. I was thinking, hardly relaxing. And it started pissing it down, absolutely pissing it down. Joe, her name was Joe. That's it, Joe. And I went, hey, I said, Joe, not being funny in that, but can I stay here? She went, no. I said, oh, come on. I said, I came up here to help you out, teach you how to juggle. And she went, and you've shown me nothing. And I went, I've got a 3-mile walk home across muddy fields. I said, I'm not going to pest you for anything. And I wasn't. At that point, I wasn't thinking, oh, if I can just get in her bed and, start working my magic. No, I was shouted. And I was just like, come on, just let me stay. This is ridiculous. Come on, we're both adults. And I didn't overflog it, but when she said no, I was like, look at it out there. And all I had on was a t-shirt and a pair of cargo shorts. They weren't meant to be. I just cut them down because the bottoms got wet at a festival. Anyway, so in the end, she went, all right. You can stay here. She went, but no funny business. I said, do I look like I got funny business in me? So we've got in a little tiny student bed in a little tiny student room, and I'm laying next to her, and I'm not going to try it on. I'm really not, right? And, I sort of just gone. I'd been drinking since lunchtime, and then I'd done that bottle of gin. I was gone. And at one point, I thought, I need a piss. So I've got up, and I've seen her laying there, and I've stepped over her, got to the door, opened the door, walked up the corridor, gone into the toilets, got his lordship out, and just started, hello 21st dissident, hello Snoopy, and just started pissing. Loads, about 6 cans of Stella and a bottle of gin, basically. And as I was just there, quietly enjoying it, suddenly I heard her going, gah, 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 gah! And that sort of brought me round, and it would appear that I dreamt that I'd walked out of her room and opened the door, and I'd actually just stood up and pissed all over her head and pillow. I just stood up in the bed and went, she went fucking mental. She went absolutely mental. Understandable, really, having this bloke just that wit in it. And I remember when I come round, she was trying to batter away the sort of river of piss that was the amber shame that was raining down on her life and her bed and everything. And I just was like, sorry, I'm sorry. And I actually, now listen, I didn't mean to do this like an arsehole. I tried to do the right thing, and I remember tapping my pockets, and I found a $5, and I went, here, get yourself something nice. and then she's just gone, fuck off out, get out of here. And then it was like, take your balls with you. And I was thinking, steady. And she was throwing them at me, and so I picked all them up. And it was horrible. I was ratso rizzo. I was all hunched over and sort of, and I've walked down the corridor because there's no way I'm walking out in that pissing down rain, getting pneumonia. All I wanted to do was touch her fanny. So I went and sat in the kitchen, right? And while I was sitting in the kitchen, my mate James came in, who lived at where I lived. He lived in the police houses, which was where we lived. They were behind the police station. The old Bill used to live there in the old days when the police were loved enough to live in the same town that they patrolled. I went, and I was sort of it's about 3 o'clock in the morning at this point, And while we're there, Joe is sort of walking past us occasionally with sodden, pissy sheets and putting them in the washing machine and stropping backwards and forwards. And I was just sort of like, he went, what's going on here then? I went, well, I just weed on Joe. And she didn't ask me to or anything. I just did it by accident. He was like, oh, unlucky, unlucky. I went, yeah. I said, so what are you doing here? And just as I said that, this absolute beauty, I've shown her on this channel before, a girl that I'd previously slept with called Jade. She sort of put her head around the corner, but she was behind Jim. She was behind him, so he didn't know she was there. I went, so what are you doing here at this time of night? And he went, well, I think it's pretty much, and he was all like suavo. He went, I think it's pretty much established that I'll be spending the night with Jade. And she went, no, you fucking won't. And that was my exact response. Exactly that. I just thought, he turned around like shocked. And I went, I said, you might as well put your boots on, James. The pair of us are walking home, mate. And yeah, we both just walked out into the 45-degree freezing Devon rain that was cutting into the skin of our faces. Luckily, I was shit-faced. He looked well gutted, though. He hadn't had a single drink in him, and he'd just been blown out. And it was quite funny. So I said, how long had you been there? He went, well, and here's the weird thing. He said to me, well, because me and him were third years, and they were both first years, usual capers at college. And he said, well, you know, she's on the theatre course, so I suggested to her earlier that I'd come and talk to her about dramaturgy or dramaturgy, depending on how you want to spell it. It's like the research that goes into theatre. So I said to him, so you done the same as me? He went, what? I went, well, I told Jo I'd teach her juggling and just got pissed and got in her bed. He went, no, not at all. He said, I actually wanted to help her. I said, you wanted to help her with the old dramaturgy? And yet when I asked you what you were doing, you went, I think it's pretty much sorted that I'll be spending the night with Jade. And it was weird because he wouldn't admit it. And we were both two blokes in the same blown out boat. Now, as I said at the beginning of this story, there's not a lot. There's only 500 students at that place. Well, it's not there anymore, but there was. So, of course, stories like Dangerfield pissed on Joe's head travelled like wildfire. And in the canteen the next day, it was quite the story. I did end up fucking her, actually, about 6 months later. No juggling required. I think, in fact, the juggling probably put her off. I mean, who wants all that court jester unicycle lark? It's not attractive, is it? Well, I didn't have many leads, to be honest with you, and luckily I was so drunk it sort of came and went. I didn't actually. Maybe you're talking about James, but you know, I was so drunk I was past caring. There was going to be no action. Hello, Jim. You're right, son. So I've had some very weird emails from you, Scrubs, and some very interesting ones as well. Look, we've got 97 people in there. I haven't got a lot of clips. I haven't got a lot of memes. Rags did sort me out a load, but I just thought we'd have a little chattertron. Yeah, I think that's what I learned from it. Yeah. Well, no, she remained rubbish. There you go, Nick. Just romance. Come on, William. You've got to do better than that. Why is my vape playing up? Always does. Hello, RMF. Nice to see you. No, not at all. I mean, I do know women who are into a bit of that. It's not my cup of piss, though. Hello, Barkley. Hello, Catapult Kitty. How are you? Let me show you old Miller's mess, though. It's quite the trick. I mean, it's saying search and all that. Juggling Miller's mess. quite the trick. It is indeed Mill's mess, as I can't remember who said it, but we used to call it Miller's mess. But let's just see. I don't want him to teach us. I just want him to get into the action. It's quite the trick. It is quite the trick. Here we go. I think we're straight onto it. I'll have to mute myself. I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to suit myself. I'm going to cute myself. I'm going to root myself. I'm going to toot myself. Hello, Eunice. Nice to see you. She's now a famous juggler named Joe Pissyface. I did feel bad about it, though, but I laughed more than I did. Chris, are you ready? We had Emma G on the thumbnail yesterday looking very sensual. It's Chris at chrisdangerfield.com. Look, when we give out emails to ladies, the missus is right on it. Hello, you cheeky little chicken.
I call you.
I was working, huh?
Okay.
Are you all right, love? You sound like you're asleep.
I call you.
Sorry, love. The phone was off.
Okay.
Right, my love. I'm making a video right now.
I know. Bye, love.
Are you going to sleep now?
No.
You're not? All right, when I'm finished, I'll send you free here, okay? If you're awake, you can call me if you want.
What time?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay.
All right, good night, darling. Love you. Bye. She's pissed. Chris at chrisdangerfield.com. There you go. And that's open to all women and men and anyone in between. If you want to feature on a thumbnail, send me your sensual photos. All men, all women, everyone in between, but only women, really, of course. I was halfway through saying something. Hello, Mrs. Me in it. How nice of you is dropping a 10-bit. We're 2 away from 100, but I'll get those doors of griftation open in the morning. Open in the morning. Mrs. Me in it says, cooking chick. What's that? You actually cooking a baby chicken? Can you buy baby chickens? Cooking, it's just like an abbreviation. Cooking chicken and leek pie now. Tiger balm on hand. Faceache tried to ban me today for a Cockney phrase. Got an apology as I'm from a minority, short ass. What? They actually tried to ban you for saying something in Cockney, and you said to them, I'm a Cockney minority, and they apologized. Did that really happen? That's incredible. I haven't got a personal Facebook account, but if I did and they tried to ban me, I'd say, hang on a minute, I'm white. I'm part of the global minority. See how well that would go down. Thank you, Mrs. Me in it. Don't try not to burn yourself. I don't know about Tiger Balm on burns, but you said it worked well the other day, so who am I to judge? Nice one. Hello, Plastic African. Hello, Mick K. Nice to see you. It's nice to see Mouse Cat on the firm as well. Hello, mate. Right, let's get this doors of griftation open. Why are people still sending me stuff from work? Open. Did you hear that? Right, hang on a minute, 2 seconds. I didn't even get to show you the Miller's mess. That's what I was going to show you, wasn't it? The Miller's mess. Right, hang on. Let me just press a few buttons, look around and make it look like I'm still doing that. Hang on. Let's get that entropy started off. And then we'll have a look at this Miller's mess. So here, I'll show you Miller's mess. Mrs. Me in it. Nice one on that 10-bit, though. Much appreciated, Kaku. Hello, Nyanthos. Good to see you. Hello, Will. Nice to see you, mate. Here we go. Well, maybe you're just very tall. Here, this is Miller's mess. Mill's mess. Lord knows why it's called that. You might get an echo. I'll turn the mic down. Here we go.
We throw this red ball under the arm, we end up in the middle of this mess. Watch this.
Very nice trick. There's another trick that some people think is the hardest, and it's boxes. 3 balls, one goes up, comes down, one goes across the bottom, one goes up, comes down, one goes across the bottom. I wonder if I can find that one. I wonder if it's still called boxes. Yeah, a juggling box pattern. Maybe that's it. Same bloke. I wonder if we can pull it off. I was wicked at this one. Let's see if he's got the skills to pay the bills. Juggling got me on a 8 weeks holiday around Europe. Here, let's see if this is the box. So you got one. The 2 outside ones are going up and down, and the one at the bottom is just going side to side. It looks physically impossible, but it's not, because it's physically possible. Let's have a look. Right, that's obviously not it. He's just showing you the fundamentals. But look at that snapshot. That's quite a cool snapshot. So you'll see what he's actually going to do here. Check it. And I'll tell you what, I will give him absolute props, because he's making that look easy peasy, and it isn't at all. It's really difficult. So nice one. And so thanks for it. I hope you're enjoying the juggling, the Monday afternoon juggling show. It's an absolute corker. All right, John, steady on. I was getting, I was feeling that anyway. But you know. William Runner says, is Streamlabs a good live streaming platform? Well, here's all I know. Everyone started using Streamlabs, then everyone started using StreamYard, and then everyone who previously used Streamlabs started using StreamYard, including me. I mean, I never used Streamlabs, so I can't tell you. But people did move over to StreamYards. I don't know why, but, you know. That's it. No, exactly. There you go. No wee. But, you know, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, nice one. There you go. See, yeah, it takes effort to be nice, doesn't it, Diamonds? Emma's just saying piss, you know. Just straight out with piss. What's happening there? Oh, God. The missus is proper annoyed with me. No. Oh. Sometimes you got to do it, man. Right, where are we? Hello, Delta Ray Studio 3. Nice to see you. Oh, Vladiato's in as well, is he? Nice to see you. No. We dealt with that this morning. We don't do Blue Monday round here. We do not do Blue Monday round here, but you only for the same reasons you said. Did DLive completely die? Everyone was using it for a while. Well, it was never a free speech platform. That was the problem. People were getting away with it because they were under the radar, because they had small channels. But it only took one person to go, oh, do you know that bloke says really nasty things on your platform? And they get rid of you. Hello, Henry. Nice to see you. Mick Kay says the truth is the way forwards. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. The Ozmeister says, piss out my ass. I don't quite know what to say to that. A very strange thing to say. Yeah, I think in a street environment it's going to be a bit tricky, and you're going to have to earn a lot of money for it, to pay for the gin and beer and all that. Right, now let me get the doors of griftation open before everyone disappears to practice their juggling. I mean, I've had an all right Monday, actually. It was quite busy with work, but, you know, it's 12:15 in the morning here. I think we're probably only going to do an hour and a half tonight because I want to get on with my novel. But I thought it would be better than that. Although, you know, a bit of juggling, maybe not. La cha-cha. Hello, mister. Can you do the cha-cha? Can you do the foxtrot? Can you do the cha-cha-cha? Hello, mister. Can you do the cha-cha? Can you do the foxtrot? Can you do the tra-la-la? Can someone confirm that I've pinned the entropy link up there? Let's do this. Here we go. Wow. Before I start, I just want to say that IR said the totally legitimate election killed D Live. There you go. There you go. Hello, Ms. Chomsky. Nice to see you. Oh, you're over there, are you? Nice. I'm just over the water from you. I'm over the Andaman Sea. I'm in Cambodia. William Runner says, so I asked a question, fart and fairness and all sorts of things. I just got another message from work. What are you talking about? Hang on 1 second, people. Oh, Lord knows. I don't even know what that means at this time of night. William, hello. So I asked a question to you all. Do you trust the MSN? I can answer that question for everyone. No. And why not? The second question is, do you trust alt news sites? Why or why not? Dangerfield et al. Well, I don't trust the MSN because I've seen them lie. I've also seen their agenda. I also watch them maintain government and elitist and communist and utopianist narratives. You know, that's simple. It's just observed behavior. You know, I've got people I don't have in my life anymore because they lied a lot and observed behavior. Now, when it comes to alt media or independent people, I hold them to the same criteria. You know, does what they say check out? Does it check out? Is it coherent? Is it consistent? And if not, no. So I don't really think it's to do with these things being media. I think it's you know, regardless of whether it's media or any opinion or a newspaper or someone in the street, does it withstand critical evaluation? And if it doesn't, well, then I drop it out. I'm sure people in the chat will have their own responses. Look at Jer. Jer has now gone Jeremy Cush. With Super Chat, you can't use the P word. What one's that? Pinner? Have I got that wrong? Thank you very much, Jeremy. Jer. Is it Jer now? Gel? What? Thank you, Jeremy. Let me get the entropy open. All right, there. This is how you can support this channel. You can become a member of the channel, and we have private streams, and they're very different to this. We get people on the screen, and it's more like a load of lads hanging around down the boozer, but without the beer and the fun. So that's the top link in the description. Super Chat, that's the paying mantis, indicating the $ at the bottom of the YouTube chat. That's quite nice. But if you want to donate and not give YouTube a cent, not a penny, not a dime, not a Deutschmark, not un franc or a rupee, you can use entropy, which I've previously pinned 2, 3, 4 pinner at the top of the YouTube chat. There's also Subscribe Star. Thanks to my half dozen Subscribe Stars. That's like a monthly thing you set up and just forget about it. That link's in the description as well. This isn't my full-time job, but I do put a lot of time, effort, energy, and passion into it. And I do hope to entertain. And I have to say, for the size of the channel, you're a very generous bunch. And although it's been fucking awful lately, over the a period of about a decade, it all levels out nicely. So yeah, much appreciated. I appreciate the donations. It's the grease that keeps the cogs of this truth machine snowboarding down the mountain of honesty before breaking in to the boozer of reality, where we drink the froth of hope. There you go. Okay, so everyone who questioned the election, Vartan on D Live got hoofed. Hello, Rags. Nice to see you, son. Right, where are we? Hello, Windy. Take it all with a huge pinch of salt until things can be verified. There you go. Yeah, I didn't think anyone here would have much time for the old mainstream media. LOLC 350, nice to see you. Nice one, Packer. Joe says you can't say, oh, no way. Oh, how interesting. Really? You can't say piss? What? Oh, imagine. When I was about 8 years old, I learned how to write piss, and I wrote it down on a bit of paper, and I got on my Tomahawk little push bike, and I remember I went down Lavinia Road. Well, I went down my mum's road. I went down Lavinia Road, and there was this kid, can't remember his name, and he was like, you all right? I was like, yeah, I'm all right. He went, what are you doing? I went, I got this. And I give it to him, and he unfolded it, and he went, piss. I went, yeah, give it back. And he gave it back to me, and I put it back in my hand and held onto my handlebars and rode off. I don't know the Pack, a nice one on that donation. No, Matthew, not yet. It is going to start shortly. Plastic African is on a 2-week bender. If you're going to get on a bender, you want them to be, well, if they're 2 weak, they're going to break anally. So, see what I done? It's just wordplay. It's just, you know. You're at what? What's that? You got 2 weeks off work, or have you just given up? Fuck it. The froth of farting. There's something a bit unpleasant about that. For some reason, I imagine it as being green. Hello, Rise of the Right. How are you, mate? Nice time. Nice time. I don't know what nice time means. Billy Blogs is on the firm. Hello, Rusky. Chris, your Substack is good. No, your Substack is so good, I thought you should consider writing a novel. Thank you. Thank you. That's I have been working so much on that novel. What the fuck is he talking about? The froth of hope. Well, you either know or you don't. You know, sometimes it's like that. Hello, Otto. Yeah, we're going to start shortly, so you got here right on time. Right on time. Right on time. The Killer GP, hello, mate. He says we know they lie about pretty much everything. A prime example would be the Rittenhouse or the Georgie F cases. Yeah, it's no good, is it? SLF had a song, You Can't Say Crap on the Radio. Good Lord. Yeah, my mum didn't like us swearing. We got told off for saying ain't. Ain't. That's an excellent. Rag says, you were strange kids, Chris. Well, all of us were. All my Chris's were. There you go, Pax Max. That's oh no, I was giving it. Hello, Livy. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. You want to be on that thumbnail? No problem. No problem. That kid now works as a toilet attendant. It's incredible, those little things that can change lives. Oh, good God. You're coofed off, are you? So you're gonna what is that? An ivermectin bender? Nice to see you, Rise, right? An absolute pleasure. You're absolutely right, Vincent. When I was living in Totnes, there was there was two areas. There was where I lived on Steamer Quay, and there was another place called Windmill Down. And if you didn't have a trailer or a caravan, you knocked up a bender. It always used to make me laugh. No, I'm going to put up a bender. Okay. Mousecat says, use entropy. You can see bum, poo, and Volvo. What's happening here tonight? What the hell is going on? Really? Is this really happening, Gel? BBC tax to be scrapped in 2027 for being... Let's see if we can get some confirmation on that. BBC license fee to be scrapped. Well, if they're going to scrap it in 2027, I mean, why don't they do it like tomorrow? He's absolutely right. It's gone. Oh, hang on a minute. BBC, yeah, right. Let's have a look. Let's go. Let's go to the times since they called me a man who grooms teenage Nazis. I think my my paywall blockers stopped working on the Times, or maybe they've just got me down as a Nazi groomer. What? 503 error? What the hell's going on? We're gonna have to go to the Guardian. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, let's see what the Guardian have got to say about it. BBC license free to be abolished in 2027 and funding frozen. Government announcement will force broadcasters to make deep cuts to its programming budgets. Good. This is interesting. The BBC will have to make deep cuts to its programming budgets after the government said the broadcasters' funding would be frozen for the next 2 years, with the license fee abolished completely in 2027. Culture Secretary Nadine Dorries is expected to confirm that the cost of the annual license required to watch live television and access iPlayer services will remain at 159 quid until 2024 before rising slightly for the following 3 years. The cheeky bastards. She said this would be the end of the current license fee funding model for the BBC, raising doubts about the long-term financial future and editorial independence of the public service broadcaster under a Conservative government. Now, absolutely. Right, now let's see how woke the BBC will be now they're in a free market. Let's see how conservative, anti-right wing they're going to be when they're not getting tax coffers. Absolutely amazing. You watch, it's going to be incredible. Now it's going to be run like a business. Now they've actually got to deal with customers. That's great news. Hello, Skin Scar. Good you turned up. We're just about to start. That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible news. I mean, it's a bit 2027. I'll probably be fucking brown bread by then. What, me? Oh, it's a bit forward, isn't it? Cambodia. That's incredible. Mousecat's dad would tell him off for saying water instead of water. That's a really tricky one. Frankie got banned for relax. Now there's free porn. Exactly. What times have changed. We're actually going to watch a video. Now, we did watch this on this very channel a while back, but Amigos News has put it up again with some added bits. But because it's got copywritten music, you're going to have to suffer a bit of household, I'm afraid. It's just an easy go-to thing. So what I'll do is I'll choose a nice soft song and we'll watch some days of old in England, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. What a place it was. I so enjoyed England when I grew up. How long's that? 2 minutes 52. How long's the video? 2 minutes 30. Perfect. So I don't have to rush. Right, share screen. Click on that. Share audio. Share that. Start that song. Put it on. Get this up. Open that up. Listen to the first lyric. Well, there you go, people. Lovely. That was from Amigos News. Hi. That was from Amigos News. Yeah, it was. It really was. A couple of people suggested it was a bit of a black pill, but you have to remember. What we are and who we are and why we do what we do and why we want to maintain things and why we fight and why we oppose mainstream narratives. I watch that. I don't get saddened by that. It makes me feel good. It's not nostalgia. It's more just what wonderful people we are, because all you get from the mainstream media, the narrative is that white people are arseholes, white people are this or that, they're this or that. No, absolutely lovely, very tolerant, very kind, very generous, very community-orientated people. And occasionally I think it's important that we get a chance to remember and celebrate that. Little Bullet, thanks for that donation. I appreciate it. Yeah, it didn't look too diverse, did it? But, who's to say? We got an interesting question coming from Living Man, Not Dead Fiction. And you've changed your name again because you're the Mark Wooten fella. You're confusing me, and I'm already confused. Not sure if that counts as content. I don't care. I'm too old for caring, darling. I gave up caring when I started wearing Slippers. Right, check this out. I know the answer. I'll give it to you immediately. Some people in the chat might beg to differ. Living Man Not Dead Fiction dropped a Lady Godiva into Entropy. Thank you very much. He says, hello, Chris. I'm a massive Bukowski fan, but I've only watched YouTube vids of him. What do you recommend I start reading of his? Well, that is a nice one for the 5-bit. That is easy. Get a pen and paper. Let me know in the chat when you've got a pen and paper, and I'll give you 4 in order as well. And that would, I know all of these books very well, and there's a reason why they'll be in a particular order. And I think that will help you. It really has had a lot of damage done to it, yes, for sure. But there's still plenty of hope. The world can change as quick as a blink of an eye. So where is our Mr. Wooten? It's me using me old name for some reason. You're all right. Entropy is. Let me know if you've got a pen and paper of some sort. Right, you ready? Right, so the first one is Bukowski's first novel, Post Office. Right, so Post Office is the first one you read. Right, so I'm assuming you've written Post Office down by now. After that, you're going to read Factotum, which is right. So Post Office is about Bukowski's time working in a post office before he was a writer. He was already writing, but no one published anything he wrote. Factotum is the second one, and that was when he was just an alcoholic, working loads of crappy jobs for about 4 days each, because as soon as he got paid, he just got drunk and didn't go back to work. So Factotum, and it's as it sounds, Factotum. You'll be able to find it from that anyway. The third one is Women. You know how to spell women. By that time, he's a successful writer and women are throwing themselves at him. The funny thing about Bukowski is the people who pretend they know him think he was like this mad womanizer. Bukowski was an absolute failure with women. And women, the book Women will make that very clear. But it's incredible. It's such a glorious book. It's beautiful. And then the fourth one you read, because now you'll have his early adult life in Post Office, you'll have his mid-adult life in Factotum, and you'll have his successful and he was a very successful writer, translated into loads of languages, sold millions of units the world over. But the fourth one is Ham on Rye, because Ham on Rye is about his childhood. So then you get to find out what created this creature. So I would say Post Office, Factotum, Women, Ham on Rye. And if you like Post Office, which I think you will, because it's such a beauty, there's something about it's just pure storytelling. It's just here's what happened. Here's what happened as I remember it. If you like that, you'll just be craving to get your teeth into the other three. So I hope that helps. I certainly hope that helps. I mean, when people talk about the damage done to Europe, without a doubt, but it's more than just immigration. It's also things like alcohol. It's also things like technology. It's also things like the Enlightenment. It's also things like medicine. There's been a lot of things that have done a lot of damage. But I think the nationalist project is a multi-generational thing. I don't think we're going to see anything of immediate import within the next 5 or 10 years. I think it will be our children's children who start reaping the benefits, or maybe our children. If you've got kids who are about 4 or 5 now. But yes, without a doubt, Otto, I can't believe I missed the big one. Yeah, that's probably above all of the others, without a doubt. Technology is always, it's always been a double-edged sword. I think A Space Odyssey makes that point laboriously, but it makes that point. But yeah, you know. Vincent Griffin has listened to Jess singing. Lovely. Apparently it's excellent. Schrodinger's Gaffney says, no, it's immigration. Everything else is trivial. Well, the problem is you've got to work out how that happened. How did Europe end up allowing all that immigration? What was the social, political, and cultural kind of climate and conditions that allowed that to happen? And that's when you go back to, that's when you find, you know, the other damages. You know, I think if there was strong white communities, that wouldn't have happened. I think if you take things like state education, I think if you take things like welfare out of the equation, you don't get immigration. You know, so in terms of in terms of the symptoms, for sure, at the moment that would appear to be the biggest problem. But in terms of causes, I think otherwise. But that's all right. We can do that around here. I will deal with a couple of entropies for Mr. Blocks and Mr. Blocks. I have got a little meme actually to show you. We'll have a look at that in a minute. I can feel the old nodules calling agua. Nice one, Billy. I watched this earlier actually, so I don't need to watch that. I'll show it now though, but I don't need to. I don't need to give it the once over to make sure it's stream friendly. Yeah, it's Berserk. We'll watch that. But first of all, let's just have a look at these. In from Mr. Blogs. Nice one for that free bit. He says, check out this professor, tenured. This link that Billy's given me. It's on Carl Vernon's channel. And this tenured professor, if you don't know what tenured means, it pretty much means short of paedophilia or murder, you can't lose your job. Great. That's a good system. And then he also says, I can't find a direct link to the 46-year-old lesbian who takes her 15-year-old girlfriend to get the kuvvot in secret, without her parents' consent, so that they can go on a date together. I don't know anything about that, but if anyone can tell me what to search, I'm quite willing to have a look for that. Nice one, Billy, on those donations. We'll have a look at Carl Vernon's video on the tenured professor calling his students a disease. Oh, that's nice. That's lovely. Tenured. Here we go. Have a look at this. Vernon on the Nutty Professor. Good call, actually, Billy. I'll have to mute myself.
Before I share this video, it's worth noting a couple of things.
Can you hear that? Could you hear that? Nice one. Here we go.
Before I share this video, it's worth noting a couple of things. One, it's real. It's not a joke. This is a real professor. The helmet that he's wearing at the start is real. And number two, he's an actual professor in charge of teaching children, young adults. And he does actually call them vectors of disease because they want to do in-person lessons. His response is what you're about to see. Because they didn't want to do just online and wanted to do in person, this is his rant and response to that. He was suspended for this.
Coming in. Here we are, Houston.
What's amazing is that he's blatantly gone into his local hairdresser and gone, "Oi, boss, can you do me a Fauci?" Can you do me a Fauci? I mean, No, it's absolutely legit. I checked it out earlier. I mean, why would you not want to learn in that kind of situation? I mean, just have a look at this bloke's look. It would appear he's in a room on his own. It is real. You can all go and look for it. Loads of YouTubers have covered this. Not that that makes it real, but I checked it out. This is totally legit. Anyway, we'll carry on.
That he was suspended for this.
Coming in. Here we are, Houston. And there we go. So let me take this off. I don't know whether you people have noticed, but it's dangerous to breathe the air. Many of your experts are advising wearing masks because there's a deadly virus spreading around the planet. Your civilization is collapsing and life on your planet is going extinct. Maybe you just didn't notice, but the level of suffering on this planet is going through the roof. I want to introduce myself before we actually meet F2F, as we say these days, which everybody knows means fuck to fuck, which really means that we're all fucked. When you see me next week, I'll be wearing this helmet. This helmet is actually $300. It's got HEPA filters all around it, so that all the air that comes in, that I'm breathing, comes in through the HEPA filters, and all the air that I breathe out goes out through the HEPA filters, so that it protects both me and you from this deadly virus that's going around. Now, I may have fucked up my life flatter than hammered shit, but I stand before you today beholden to no human cocksucker and working a paying fucking union job. And no limber dick cocksucker of an administrator is going to tell me how to teach my classes because I'm a fucking tenured professor. So if you want to go complain to your dean, fuck you, go ahead. I'm retiring at the end of this year and I couldn't give a flying fuck any longer. You people are just vectors of disease to me and I don't want to be anywhere near you. So keep your fucking distance. If you want to talk to me, come to my Zoom.
What a bitter old cunt. You know, just be aware. Homeschooling. You know, if someone like that said something like that out here, they'd be shot. I'm not even joking. They'd just be shot and chucked in the Mekong. You just don't. You don't talk to students like you don't talk to children like that. It's absolutely absurd. Loads of new people turned up while we've been while that was on. Did I see Magic 21 in the chat? Hello there. Nice to see you. Mousecat's pedar was buzzing. It's absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? Who else did I see turn up? There was a couple of others I hadn't seen. He seems nice. Hello, Bianca Zombie. Nice to see you. He did look like Steptoe, it's fair to say. But can you believe that? I don't care. I'm retiring next year. I'm tenured. You can't get rid of me, you cocksuckers. You're just vectors of disease. The saving grace of all this, of course, is imagine being him. Imagine living his life. Imagine him with his fucking HEPA filter space helmet. I mean, you have fucked your life because you're living in such a paranoid state of fear that there's nothing left for you. You know, you're not only leaving your job next year. I've got an idea you'll be leaving the planet because your own body has already given up. There's your real disease. Steady danger. Susan's listening. Lee, take him away. It was the bitterness really shone through, didn't it? What a horrible bastard. Hello, Martha. Nice to see you. I think you will. You know, people people, bitterness and resentments can be killers. They really can kill you because, you know, if you've got nothing to live for, if you've lost hope, if you've lost positive thinking, your body and mind, you know, it's only European metaphysics that separated the body and mind. They're part of the same unit. And if one's that twisted, well, it will twist the body in much the same way. It's an absolute shocker. Hello, Albert. Nice to see you. They've created a society where both parents need to work for the bills for even the most modest lifestyle, i.e. homeschooling is not a practical option. Well, not only is it not a practical option, it's illegal in Germany. It's illegal in France, apparently. Apparently in England, you've got to jump through hoops to do it. I mean, homeschooling should be a basic right. You know what? You can't teach your own kids. You know, you can fuck off. Again, you know, out here, and look, this is this over-regulation, this sort of this malady of administration that has happened to Europe. If you don't want to send your kids to school, you shouldn't have to. What the fuck is that? That's like saying you've got to send them to McDonald's to eat. No, I don't want to. I want to feed. I want to cook at home for them. Absolutely absurd. Nice one, Keys of the Kingdom. Good vid, proper big one. I don't think that video is going to be beaten this year. I really don't. Thank you, Keys of the Kingdom. Proper big thank you for that good big grift, big one, proper. Nice one, mate. What are you going to do? You know, and this is why it's funny that someone mentioned feminism earlier. I think it was Otto. You know, forgiving people is essential for me, because if you don't forgive people, you're going to do yourself more damage. You know, you forgive people for yourself. But there's that whole feminist thing about telling mothers to go and get a job. No, I'm sorry, mother, you've got a job. When you had a baby, you got yourself a job, and it's a noble job. It's probably probably about it. So it's one of the most important jobs of your society, your culture, your nation. And you shouldn't just be at home doing that. No, you should be doing that. You should raise your kids. And then it's this crazy leftist nonsense where, how long ago did you have that kid? 4 weeks. Well, you're all right to go and work now. Yeah, but who's going to look after the kids? Well, get a nanny to look after them. Yeah, but I can't afford it. Well, go and get a job. Yeah, but then if I get a job and I'm using that money to pay the nanny, what's the point of getting the job? I might as well stay at home and raise my own fucking kids. Well, no, because then you're a mother, and you're not just because you're a woman. Well, hang on, but I am a woman. I have had a baby. And when you have other people bring up your kids, imagine when the mother comes home at the end of the day's work, like people do at the end of a day's work, and go, fucking hell, I had a shitty day at work. That 2-year-old kid looks up and goes, my mum hates her job, but why does she choose to do that instead of spend time with me? And so the damage begins. I fucking hate them for it. I don't want to, because that does damage to me, but I really can't get over that. That whole feminist send mothers to work. No, they've got work to do. They've got work to do. Well, I wouldn't even. It's just backwards. There's no logic in it. It's simply backwards. Church people, absolutely absurd. And and with all feminists, it's only this weird jealousy and envy anyway. Oh God. Anyway, the show's going to start shortly, people. Lovely to see you all. I agree with you all over there, Otto. There you go. I agree with you on that as well, Winston. I think the nuclear family needs to be part of an extended family, for sure. That's what I see out here. Families out here in the provinces, there's 30, 40 of them. And the children are brought up by all different parts of the extended family and they're all very confident, very strong. Now, they haven't got anything to do. They make toys out of bamboo and leaves. And they're, you know, I walk onto that province and 2 and 3-year-old kids just run up to me and want me to hold them and want me to put them over my shoulders. They're full of confidence. One of the things I noticed growing up in England, and by growing up I mean when I become an adult, was the fear that young, you know, English children, they're so scared of everything. Not all of them, but I certainly noticed a tendency that English kids, you know, they go into an unfamiliar space with unfamiliar people and they're holding their mother's leg and they're sort of looking away, shy. And what the fuck have you done to them to make them like that at that age? Kids are like an effervescent curiosity machine. They just want to get out and just you know, take it all in, try it, touch it, move it, see how it works, learn about it, engage with it. That's what children are. And European kids, on the whole, are like these terrified little broken biscuits. It's just terrifying. And without a doubt, I saw that. I saw that tendency. What a shame, those bastards. And it's all out of spite as well. All feminism is just a spiteful ideology, much like communism. You know, I was a communist for long enough. I hung around with enough communists to know that it's an ideology where they get to blame the world for their own problems. Whereas what a warrior does, what an adult does, is blame no one for their own problems. They find solutions. Feminism doesn't, communism doesn't, and they're both part of the same thing as well. They just want to destroy everything. You know, bring everyone down to the lowest common denominator. Talking about communism, have a look at this little bit of memery. Now, we've only got one today. The show will start shortly. Check this out. If you can't read that, yeah, I should be able to do a bit of zoomage. Oi, you, get back up there. Oh, why isn't that working? Yeah. Gary Garner says, true, Chris. As a bloke, it's a sad indictment that I feel awkward walking past children. In the good old days, a bloke could walk past a mum and her kids and say hi and a wave, etc. Oh, no, you're absolutely right. Bill Burr does this lovely bit about it where he said, you know, back in the day, you'd be on an aeroplane or something and there'd be a kid playing in the aisle and you'd sort of scruff his hair up and go, oh, you little terror, what are you up to? Whereas these days, a kid gets anywhere near and you're like, no, fuck off, don't come anywhere near me. Because you're terrified that if you say hello to them, oh, man said hello to child on plane. Oh, better take some samples. You couldn't read it, Matt? Surely you could. I zoomed in. I've done a proper big zoom. Kids are so dumb, they believe that some guy with a beard will give them stuff for free. And then you've got Karl Marx. Otto says this golden age for feminists will soon be over when Sharia law is here. Well, we already had those rock and hard place, didn't we? With the Muslims saying they didn't want their kids going to the schools that were teaching the LGBT lobby. And you've got the allies standing in between and going, it would appear that the endless internal contradictions of everything we believe in are starting to show themselves. Serves them right. Right, there's 146 people here. Let me just do a little Substack because there's a lot of new people here. If you like short stories, I'm a writer. In the description, you'll see a link for my Substack. There's 14 stories in the archive. They've gone down a treat, thousands of reads, loads of comments, totally free. And if you sign up, you've only got to put your email in. Any new ones I write will get emailed straight to you. It's a really good way of helping me out and helping support this channel. So if you like reading short stories, like one of them's 900 words and it goes all the way to 10,000 words. So if you like reading, maybe check them out. It's the Ragger's phone. The Rags hotline, eh? I mean, you know, you've got to go some to have a stream where your moderators have got you on the Rags phone. Right, I was going to show one thing, but I'm actually going to show something else. And someone's in for a right old surprise. Oh, everyone in the chat's getting a little bit shifty. Hang on a minute. Let me just go here. Fucking hell. Hang on a minute. This might be difficult. Hang on a minute, people. Right, this is going to have to go straight through the microphone. Okay? Or maybe not. Let me just see if I can sort this out. Hang on. Right, that's good. So you can't read all that chat. Right, let me know if you can hear this. This is OG Scrub Jess singing. Let me know you can hear it.
Baby, baby, where did our love go? Oh, don't you leave me. Don't you leave me no more. I've got this burning, yearning feeling inside me. Oh, deep inside me. And it hurts so bad. You came into my life so tenderly with a burning love that stings like a bee. And now that I've surrendered so helplessly, you know I believe that you wanna leave me. Oh, baby, baby, where did our love go? Oh, don't you leave me. Don't you leave me no more. Oh.
Because that's a copywritten song, I've got to stop it there. But you can, even if you cover it, you get in trouble because it will match up. It's the music that's copywritten, not the sound. But if you want to check that out, I imagine it's on the Scrubs Lifeboat. Nice one, Jess. Is she still here? Did she hear that? Okay, well, hang on. People are telling me there's other people singing next. No. We'll do another Scrub stock. So save your tunage. That was just a little surprise. I missed that one, Mouse Cat, but I'll have a look at that now. Where are we? The Pro, Angels, Ejaculate. You nearly had me there as well. Everyone else can read that out for themselves. Thank you, The Pro, Machano Caprusha Tutu. Nearly done it and all. Nearly done it. So yeah, Rags got on the hotline and he said that last clip I sent you is actually Jess singing. I don't think she's here, or maybe she's all a bit shy now. Are you here, Jess? Hello, Tito. Good to see you. Magic saying Jess is here. She's all gone all red, isn't she? But yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll put that on my Telegram, so you'll be able to listen to that if you follow my Telegram link in the description. Has anyone signed up to my? A couple of people have signed up to my Substack. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, I know you didn't know it was going to happen. Rags just rang me up and told me. It was lovely. Sorry I had to stop it, but the music's what's copywritten, not the performance. It's a weird thing, but there you go. By the way, sorry, thank you, the pro, for that donation. Machano Capricia Tutu. Where are we for time? Hour and 25. What's the time here? It's gone 1 o'clock in the morning. Good Lord, what am I doing? I've got a novel to finish. I just love the stream so much. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's all right. I'll get a few hours in. I'll go to bed about 5 this morning. Hello, Shane. Nice to see you, mate. You lurking about. No worries. Mousecat said, here's a weird one. UK Met Office forecasts of Britain of militia war, bartering and child labour. Fucking hell. Where did you read that? Met Office forecast. Is that a joke, Mousecat? Are you pulling my plums? Are you throwing bollocks at me? Nice one on the 10-bit, Mousecat. But you might have to confirm a little bit of what the hell was going on there. But Jess, I'll put that over onto my Telegram so people can do it. Because Rags rung me up and said, it's Jess singing. So that's why I did it. But get something sorted out for Scrubstock, the next Scrubstock. Oh well, next time. Yeah, I nearly done it though, didn't I? It was a good call. Albert says Jess is banned from his next karaoke. No professionals. Thank you for that 10-bit, the pro. Appreciate cuckoo. Mrs. Me, and it says, see me early message, Dangerfield. It was on GB News. Check it out on Google. All right, will do. Hello, Pags. Good to see you. Good to see you. Right, we're going to have a slight change of gears here. We often show a little bit of Mark Dice on this channel, but this one is particularly good because he's helping out black people with reparations. Obviously, I won't show all of it because it's not my content. It's only 4 minutes, so I might do. I don't think Mark Dice is going to be at all threatened by me watching his material. I can't believe he's still on YouTube. He's proper close to the bone stuff. Let me know you can hear this, people. I'll just leave it running for a bit because it's very funny. It's very funny.
Excited about the reparations?
Yes, it's about time. I feel like we deserve it.
How much money do you think you should get? Maybe like a month for that.
How much money do you think we should get?
For the reparations.
I don't know.
They're talking about $500 a month or something like that.
Oh, I think more than that.
More than that. They're talking about finally doing that now.
Sure.
You think that's a good idea?
Yes.
And long overdue. $500 a month or something is what they're saying. So you think you support the reparations? That's, I guess, the question.
I absolutely do.
Okay. And you want to help out? You support the $500 a month? I just want to ask you to Venmo the next black person that comes walking by here to help out with the reparations.
You're a racist piece.
Is $500 a month enough? I guess is the question to the black people.
No, I think it should be more.
You think it should be more? How much do you think would be fair?
$2,000.
$2,000 a month?
Easily.
And we want to help people get started on that because it hasn't passed yet. So just wanted you to pull out your wallet and give, maybe $50 or something to one of these.
Oh, these are my homeboys. They ride with me for free.
Well,
That's enough.
This guy over here then. Sir?
I don't got cash.
We could cash app him. How you doing, bro? This guy has something he wants to say to you. He wants to cash app you. How much you want to cash app him?
I don't have my phone number.
Yes, you do. Hold it. Open it.
I don't think 500 is enough. if that's what they're trying to start with, good for that. But at the end of the day, I think that they definitely deserve a lot more than that.
We also want to, help out with the reparations. So, we'll take, any extra cash that you have and we'll give it to, the next Black person that walks by.
I'm a very conscious person with cash.
I feel like you guys are being sarcastic.
No, we want to do this right now. Or Cash App.
I don't have cash on me.
It's okay. You can
Yeah,
Venmo
we
them.
don't carry cash.
You can
Like,
Venmo.
I can't right now.
It'll
But
take 10 seconds. Let's just go find one you can Venmo them, like just $20, just to start, just as a start.
ask me in 20 minutes when I'm coming back.
The question is whether $500 a month is enough.
I'm not going to say it is or it isn't. I'm just going to continue.
It's a good start.
It's a good start. There you go.
And we want to help start as well. So we just want to ask you to take out your wallet and give, just $20 here to the next Black person just to help out. This guy's going to give you some reparations over here. So you got Cash App on you? Is $500 a month enough? Do you think?
More.
No. How much you think would be?
Dude, $1,500 plus.
$1,500 a month.
I mean, come on. What are you thinking? Unemployment's people are getting so much money now.
And you think $1,500 a month maybe to help
Anything,
end the
dude.
systemic thingamajig that's going on?
Thingamajig?
The systemic racism. Since you support reparations, maybe you can give one of these Black fellows here, maybe $20 or something just to help out.
Well, I'm fucking poor myself, bro. Like, hell no.
Well, but you benefited from white privilege, though. Give me $10. I want you to give it to the next Black person that comes down just to show that you care.
I have a dream that one day liberals will stop blaming white people for all of Black people's problems. I have a dream that Black Lives Matter will stop burning down businesses across America. I have a dream. Let's go, Brandon!
It's so predictable that these people. Oh no, yeah, definitely give other people's money away. Yeah, no, yeah, lovely. Well, do you want to start at all? $10? Horrible little bastards. Absolutely horrible little bastards. No, I'm with you on that, Billy. I'm absolutely. Well, not only they owe nothing, they've had trillions. And it has done them so much damage. Well, exactly. When the media talks about slavery, it's this tiny little window. And not only is it a tiny little window, but it's a tiny little window that involves the people that largely put an end to it. Well, this is just crazy. Every civilization in history had slavery. It's still going on. The World Cup has been built by slaves. They've been dying. And, it's like, well, yeah, but that's different because that doesn't allow us to bang white people over the head. It's just shocking. It's absolute shocking. Really is. Boils my semen, which is all right, actually, because then I put it in a cake. Oh, guess what? I met a witch once. These people that have got nothing going on in their lives, so they become witches. By witch, I mean they read a book and then say they're witches. And I said to her once, so what does it actually mean, being a witch? And she said, well, I do rituals, and sometimes we meet up and we eat semen cookies. I went, eh? She said, yeah, we cook cookies, but with semen in them. And I was like, can I just posit a guess here? Is the leader of this particular coven that you attend, is it a man? And can I just guess that, is it his semen that he gives out to the women witches to eat in biscuits? And she was like, well, yes and yes. I was like, right. You ever got the feeling you've been had, love? Fucking hell. Absolute mental. Oh, here's a weird one, though. Check this out. She fucked Sebastian Ormsley, right? If you know who Sebastian Ormsley is, you'll know why this is funny. If you don't, sorry, we ain't got time. She fucked Sebastian Ormsley, and he left 30 quid on the pillow and went home. She was none too impressed. It's a tickler, isn't it? Imagine, good Lord. That's actually a good book. I mean, you know, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but he's dead now, poor old Sebastian. But his book is called Dandy in the Underworld, after the T-Rex lyric. If you want a funny old read, Dandy in the Underworld by Sebastian Owsley, it's quite the book, actually. It should have done better. I don't know. Well, I do know why, because he was a lazy drug addict and he didn't market it well enough. Gunter says, Sebastian, no, he wasn't my mate. No, he fucked one of my girlfriends. Well, he fucked her before I was with her, but she fucked him so that I got with her because she realised that I was holding her at a distance, and she was like, well, if you're not going to commit to me, I'm going to see other people. And then when she went and fucked him, I was like, oh, that's low. That is very low. But I do recommend his book. You know, I smoked rocks with him at the Colony a couple of times. He lived around the corner from me. It was Soho Mrs. Sebastian. He was a funny bloke. It has been, hasn't it? It has been. It's what we do here, hasn't it? I mean, this was just a chattertron. But please do get on my Substack. If you like reading, he was an artist. He was a terrible artist. He'd done a lot of crucifixion paintings. They were all crap. He went out to the Philippines, I think it was the Philippines, to get crucified. But your average Filipino is only about 5 foot tall. Sebastian was about 6'5". And Sarah Lucas, the Sensations artist, it's on YouTube. She filmed it, and he was up there, nails through his hands into this bit of wood. And then the bit he was standing on, the little foot plate, snapped, and the cross just fell down. Let's have a look for it. Let's watch it. Let's watch Sebastian's crucifixion. He said to me once, he said, I've always been a fuck up. I mean, he nicked the old Manchester. Who was the Irish Manchester United? I can never remember his name. The footballer. He nicked his line. He said, because Sebastian's father owned Northern Foods, so Sebastian came from money, but he was a crackhead and a smackhead, and so he spent most of it. On the back of his novel, it says, I know I made mistakes, but I always tried to love you, Sylvester. And he says, Mum, it's Sebastian. But he said that quote, I spent my money on heroin, crack, and prostitutes. The rest I just squandered. Let's see if we can find it. When Sebastian turned up at JFK Airport to go to New York, they Googled him and said, you ain't coming in. So here's him being crucified. It's quite a long video. We'll cut to the chase. So he was quite serious about this, and he said to me in the Colony, he said, my whole life has been a fuck up. He said, I couldn't even get fucking crucified properly. I've moved it forward for a bit, so you'll see him go up. They nailed his hands to this thing, and then he fell down. Here we go. I'll have to mute myself. George Best, there you go. Sorry, 1 second. I think I screwed up the audio again. So that's Sebastian on that cross. But just to put it in a little bit of context, I'll show you what he used to look like when he was bowling around Soho, because he was quite the dandy. He's a typical outfit of Sebastian's. He would turn up in the Colony dressed like this. Yeah, I'll get you a couple of pictures of him. Maybe you can already see that one. Yeah, that's Sebastian. And quite interestingly, they say when you meet your doppelganger, you die. And there was a one-man play in the Soho Theatre, and it was about Sebastian's life. And he went and watched it, and he died the next day. This is in his house in Mead Street. That collection of skulls behind him. I mean, shame about the one collar in and one collar out, but otherwise a very beautiful tie. See if there's any other nice pictures of him. He had some beautiful women as well, I must admit. He really did. I mean, there's one of them. That's Rachel. I met Rachel. She was an absolute salt. It all got a bit sticky when he died. Oh, you can't really see her in that picture, but that was his girlfriend. That's down Tisbury Court, I think. Yeah, interesting bloke, really, to be honest with you, Sebastian. Anyway, back to the crucifixion. Here we go. Heroin and crack and alcohol killed him. They found him naked in his house in Mead Street. But seriously, Dandy in the Underworld is a very funny book. Yeah, they nailed his hands to it. He had scars in both his palms. It was a legitimate crucifixion, but as you'll see, he falls down. He died, Billy, but not doing the crucifixion. It was about 10 years later. I mean, quite an intense thing to go through. He went out there because they do it out there regularly. It's a thing they do. It's one of the only places in the world that you can actually get crucified. And he wanted to know what it was like. Hello, Alan. Alan, what happened to you yesterday? I got the impression you got a bit pissed off when you couldn't join in, and then you seemed to disappear. I was a bit worried about you. Lovely to see you. What a damn shame. Let's hope that you can sort that out for the next one, because we had a real good chat, and you could have, without a doubt, we had a really interesting chat about things that you've got a lot of input on. It was a shame that you couldn't have hung around. Good to see you though, mate. Any minute now, people. Remember, he's got nails going through his hands, so these crosses are made for blokes who are about 5'4", and he was about 6'6". Yeah, it's quite a strong image, though, without a doubt. All the locals wondering why this weird European wanted to come and get crucified. I've got an horrible feeling this video might not show it falling down. Tension. Yeah, I've got an... Nah, you bastards. You absolute con merchants. Hang on. I'm not having that. That isn't what happened. That is not what happened. Yeah, part 2. We'll fast forward it to the exciting bit, which is probably about there. Cheek of it. Because that's not what happened. That makes it all look very serene and symbolic. Now let's see what actually happened. Oh, bloke at the bottom. Oh my God! Remember, you got nails going through your hands. The foot plate broke. That's what happened. He was too big. Yeah. Oh, shit. Hello, Sebastian. How did the crucifixion go? Nah, not so well. Come on, son. You're all right. No need to. Well, he did have big scars in his hands. Yeah, I think his hands would have pulled the nails out rather than it would have gone through there. I think there's plenty of muscle there. Dr. Rubin, just like that, the show has started. Hands are overrated anyway. It's quite a thing. Hello, Infamous T. Long time no see. What did Alan say? Stabbed my hand to a table. Oh, I know that one. Yeah, I've got a few scars on my hand from that, actually. Where's the worst one? See that there? That's from playing that stupid game. Can you still don't know if you can see it? Yeah. Fuck! It's all right to play sober. I'm quite good at it, but Alan, what happened yesterday? Did you just get pissed off because of the delay? Alan, what is actually the problem with that? Why is there such a mad delay? I don't understand it. It was about 30 seconds, wasn't it? He was a proper strong one. Right, people, it's 1:30 in the morning. The grift has been appalling. I've got a novel to write. I want to thank everyone who donated. I want to thank all you lot for keeping me busy, engaging with what's said. I want to thank Rags, Steve Cray and Moslab for looking after the place. Don't forget that you have value. Don't forget to tell people you love that you love them. And I will see you probably about 9:30-ish UK time tomorrow morning. If you like reading, go and sign up to my Substack. You'll really help me. I will be putting your messages on the screen as we play out with a bit of Bally G. The same one as we played this morning, because it's always nice to hear it. Here we go. Ta-da! Have you got audio? Everyone knows I'm gonna be the first man down. Are you on? Have you got an Ethernet cable, Alan, or is it Wi-Fi?
Nobody wants to give a buddy one last break. Can't go on taking all a man can take. Life is a curse, it only gets worse, and the world don't watch you drown. Maybe my mind will fail to ever find the point. I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna make my grave.
Don't forget, if you want a feature on the thumbnail, men or women, send your photos to chris@chrisdangerfield.com. But hopefully they've got a hard edge, otherwise it doesn't look very good. Do you know what I mean?
Looking back, I rejected every place I stayed. A woman says I'm lying in the bed I've made. She says warriors don't give up before the war begins. So I get high to justify the mess I'm in. People get mad and people get sad, but at least they have a cause. I struggle to feel emotion I can really trust.
They are. I'm just showing them now, Rags.
Deep down underwater.
Rags, I'll show them tomorrow.
Make my grave underneath the wave. I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna lay my head on the riverbed.
Yeah, Alan, you'd have enjoyed that, man. It was a really interesting chat. Well, as you know, my internet changed dramatically when I got that Ethernet cable. Might be an option.
I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna make my grave underneath the wave. I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna lay my head on the riverbed. I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna make my grave underneath the wave.
All right, that's a good call. I will certainly do that. I will certainly do that. I've got a couple as well. Nice one, Skin Scar. Much appreciated. I will give us a little nudge, will you, Rags, on the 21st. I'll stick it in my diary actually at the moment. Thank you, Skin Scar. And that's about it, people. Look after yourselves. I'll see you in the morning. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Hoi ta.